Okay, so for this video I said we're going to talk about just the announcements. So what I'm going to do is click on our announcement slide. This says 10/7/18. That just means that's when I originally created this announcements page. Every now and then I create a new one just to kind of shake it up, because if a lot of stuff has changed on it, I just leave it alone. This one pretty much stays every time. When you click on it, you'll see that it's just a silent your phone thing. It looks cool, does some cool stuff. It's automatically after 10 seconds going to change to the next slide. That one can pretty much stay all the time because it's talking about updating the church app. This one can also stay most of the time because it's our website information. The story will actually stay up until February or March is when we will be done with the story. I'm going to close that for now. Now these other announcements. I'm going to leave Women's Bible Study because that's still happening. I'm going to leave TCTC because that date hasn't come up yet. See, it's November 1st is when people have to tell me. We're going to change this one because the meal is this Sunday and I've already made it. So what we do, we go down to the Finder. Now, when you go to OneDrive, there's going to be a folder in the OneDrive. It's probably the first one, yeah. Announcement slide images. Now, I have it set up to show you what has been added today. So, most of this stuff, we're actually going to add to the Pro Presenter, or to the Pro Presenter announcements, because I've just done it. So, let's look for... Not able to scroll. Let's just go ahead and add ones that I know. This is about the senior ladies outing. So that'll be up there. But after you add something, you'll notice it's not changing on its own. And you don't want it to be the last thing you add because this one is set up to loop. That's what this little square is. So if you right click, and then this says go to next timer. I typically do 7 seconds on a still something. And then if you were doing something at the end, you just click that loop to beginning and it makes it go to the beginning. So that's done. Now when you click on it again, it's going to have the timer around it. And after 7 seconds, it will just switch to the next slide. Alright. So now we have added that one already that needed to be there. The next one that we need to add, choir practice. That's what this red one's going to be. You'll be able to leave it for a while. I'm just going to pop it in there too. Right click it. Go to next timer. 7. Done. Okay. Go back in your folder again. This Shonda Pierce. See how it says PPTX? That means I made it in PowerPoint, but you need the PNG. PNG is a photo format. When you drag that over, it's just like the others. Right click, go to next. This one has more information on it, so we're just going to bump it up 2 seconds. It's got a lot you got to read, so I want people to be able to see it. Let's go ahead and delete this slide. It's the next one coming up. That's outdated. I've got a more updated version ready to go that has specific information. So this says PNG. Let's drag it in. So this is about the Youth Soup fundraiser, but it says, oh, that's not right either. It should say today. I've got one that says today. So let's delete that one. Go back to our folder. Okay, so the name says Sunday there, so that should have been my cue. That one says today. So let's drag that one in. And it's ready to go. All I need to do now, had to go to next timer. 7 seconds will be fine for that. Not too much you gotta read. And then close that. There are a lot of announcements in this particular week. I've made a right now breakfast thing, but if you see, here's the PPT file. That means PowerPoint. PPT or PPTX are PowerPoint files. I just need the picture format of it. Had to go to next timer. 7 seconds. There's Meals on Wheels help needing to be happening, so just click, drag that over, go to next. It has a lot of information, but I still think 7 seconds will be fine. It's not too hard to read. Let's just double check to make sure there's not anything else that I've missed. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, this was just so I can add it to Facebook later, the senior ladies. And I'm pretty sure I made this fundraiser Sunday, so I can do a Facebook post with it later today. Alright, so actually this announcement loop is ready to go. It's automatically gonna loop through everything. The only thing you're going to notice about the things that I just added and the things that were already in there, you see this little square thing in the corner? It's not really important at all, but that's just making it look like it's sliding or something like that. If you want to add that, you just select everything. And then up here, oh, I'm just kidding. Okay. We got to stop that first because it's trying to do everything. So I was wrong there. You click everything. Then you right click. Then when you click transition, since you've got everything selected, the transition I have been doing is called swap. Looks like that. When you click swap, you'll see that it adds that to every one. And all that does, once you've clicked on one, it makes it look like it comes in. And then it just swaps with the next picture. Boom. Okay. The other thing that I've almost forgot to mention, right here you see one that is like grayed out. It's one that we use every month. I just leave it there. All you have to do when you need to use it is click Enable Slide. If you disable it, it will not go to it. I did the same with this one last week because we didn't have the story, so I just right-clicked, disabled, and it doesn't play it. It would probably be safe to do that with this one too because they'll start choir practice again for the Easter cantata shortly after, maybe in February or something like that. So just disable that. If you really get tired of the phone one popping up, you can disable it for a while, but like right before service, I would enable it again. That way people see it a couple times before service starts. Alright, that's the announcements.